So I want to ask you first about Trump's decision not to come here. He's at the rally in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Good decision or bad decision in your mind?
No, I think it's a decision that he wanted to make, so it's fine. I mean, he's president of the United States. He wants to go to Pennsylvania. He wants to talk to his crowd. Good for him. Go for it.
Now, I just talked to Chris Matthews about the approval rating we're seeing of Trump, 41%. A lot of Democrats are saying, look, he's already one of the least popular presidents. But Chris pointed out that the polls couldn't really be trusted during the election.
Yeah.
Do you share that same point of view?
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe that. I think the polls. I don't believe that. The polls were inaccurate. If you look at the polling and you look at the popular vote, I think the polls were on. But I'm not for one election. I'm not going to look at the polls and go, oh my God, this isn't right. So, about the approval rating. Now, I would say people have had lower approval ratings. Not at this point. The approval rating doesn't say how he's going to perform as a president. It's how he's performing in this moment. So give him a chance. First 100 days, it's low, but give him a chance. Who knows? Maybe he'll learn from this. Maybe he'll look at these approval ratings and go, I need to do a better job. I need to figure out a better strategy. I need to, stay in Washington a little bit more instead of going outside and work a little bit harder and get more legislation done. So let's see. Polls are a snapshot in time.
Do you think tax reform could be an issue that Trump could claim a victory on, or
Absolutely.
do you think it will get stuck in Congress?
No, I think he could claim a victory on that. But he's got to do it the right way. He's got to go out there and get it and shake hands, right? He's got to go press the flesh. He's got to go sell it himself. He had to do the same thing with healthcare. I still think he could get healthcare done if he wants to. It depends on how much they want it. But it's not all on the president. Right? He's got a Republican Congress. He's got a Republican Senate. They've got to get their acts together, too. So if they all get their acts together and they come up with a plan that they all can vote on, then fine. I think the American people want that. I think listen, I think he has a point when he says the polls, right? Who listens to them? The American people, at the end of the day, want him to be successful because if he is, then the country is.
Do you think that 41% is accurate, or are a lot of people still
I think it's
not admitting that?
No, I think it's accurate. I think it's a snapshot in time. I think there was 100 days, there was a lot of show, and there was no substance. I shouldn't say no substance, I take that back. Very little substance. Had he gotten health care under his belt, started with maybe getting some infrastructure done, and the tax thing, and other things, right? Maybe if he had gotten some funding in the wall in the bill that's going to keep the government running for the next couple of days, maybe so. But at this point in time, there's not a lot of there. So I think people actually are feeling the way they're feeling, and that's 40-some%.
Yeah, some members of Congress have already pointed that out. If they did infrastructure first, could have probably got some bipartisan support on that, then moved to the more divisive.
He needs to have He needs to get some wins under his belt. He needs to have some wins, and then I think his poll numbers will start to go up, his approval numbers.
Now, Don, in your career, you've been sticking to news, right? Are you getting any pressure to move a little bit toward opinion on cable? Because opinion seems to be where the higher ratings.
No, I call it point of view, and every once in a while I'll give my point of view.
You're going point of view.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stick with that.
So you're not going more toward opinion? No?
I'll stick with that, point of view.